This sucks, and it's horseshit. But I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
He is a class act, and you need to get your shit straight. What's up? It's Duff. Sorry, got a little passionate there. Hope you're having a great day. Got a lot to get into. Can't freaking wait. I'm actually recording this last week, so I'm basically a time traveler. No, not really. If you really thought that, you got some fucking issues. My kids are off this week, so I'm just pre-recording so I can hang out with them. They're young. They want to hang out with me as of right now, okay? Like, give them like 6 months, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, Dad, you're gross. Yeah, leave me alone. So I got to embrace it while it's still there, okay? Okay? Get off my back. Still going to have the same amount of shows. Probably the same amount of laughs. Hopefully more. Hopefully more. Hey, real quick, hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. And remember, today's show is presented to you by Owl Pipe ID. You got to go check them out, as well as Bet Online. In fact, Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything sports betting. They got every stat, matchup breakdown, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games, with the largest catalog of odds on everything from football, MLB playoffs, NHL, NBA, to political props. When the games are all over, head on over to their online casino, get in on the game of blackjack or poker, or you could even unwind with one of their over 150 slot games. Go to betonline.ag today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. It's BetOnline. The game starts here. So let's do this. Let's kick it into high gear, fellas. Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
This is disgusting, but what's funny is I saw the headline of this story, and in my mind, I finished the reason why she did what she did. Then I start reading, and I'm like, oh my God, it's exactly why. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. So the headline is, Widow ate dead husband's ashes after discovering he's cheating. Now, why do you think she did that? Why do you think she actually consumed them? Because she describes what it tastes like. She wrote a book about it, of course. And she's just like, it was dry. It was pretty, crunchy. And as she's describing, she's just writing it out. There's no audio attached to it, but it's just like it's exactly what you would expect to eat somebody's ashes, what it would taste like.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
You're gonna puke your guts out if you did it, but somehow she did it. So why did she decide this is the perfect way? Because she wanted to shit him out. You had it. Yeah. Well, in a weird, bizarre way, good for her. We've talked about people that somewhere in Australia where that lady ate her nana's ashes, and like she liked it. She would just mix it with like pasta or whatever. This lady ate it like raw. Now, keep in mind, a large percentage of the ashes that you get back from your loved one being cremated, a lot of that is like the box and other materials and whatever. There's still some of your loved one in there, but it's not as much. It's not like 100% them. But still, that's disgusting. And she found out on accident, like she stumbled upon it on his computer, that he was like hooking up with people, buying prostitutes and shit like that. What a terrible thing to have happen. You die, and then your wife starts ruffling through your browser history. What a bitch. He deserved to get ate and shat out. That's disgusting. And what a fucking prick. It's disgusting that she did it. I'm kind of all over the place with that thought, but it's gross what she did. but I respect the hell out of it. You know, she was oblivious that he was doing it, and he was just doing that shit behind her back. So good for her. Good for her, I guess. I guess. Ugh, so nasty. This is bizarre to me. And as I read more on it, I'm like, I still don't understand why it happened. I used to work at a grocery store. I purchase this item a lot, and it's still just, I have a hard time understanding how the fuck this caused so much damage. A woman in Britain was shopping, you know, she's perusing through the produce section, and then all of a sudden something falls from the top shelf like thing and hits her in the head, knocks her out. She's like all fucked up because of this. Guess what it was? A bowling ball? No, it's not a fucking bowling ball. A giant rock? No. Cauliflower. A head of cauliflower rolled from a shelf and hit her on the head and apparently knocked her out. I'm like reading this. I'm like, does she have a fucking soft spot like a newborn baby? What the hell? If you're getting knocked out by cauliflower, that thing better be getting shot from a fucking cannon, or you have something severely wrong with you. Like where anything can knock you out. That's troubling. That's troubling. Uh, but I'm like, if somebody gets hurt at a grocery store, most likely what it is from grapes. They slip on grapes. Happens all the time. Or wet spots. You know, something's leaking. That happens all the time. But I have never heard of something like a produce item hitting somebody in the head and it knocking them out. I could see if you're trying to get something on a top shelf and like a can hits you, and still even that, it's like that's not even that far of a distance for it to pick up enough force to just knock you out. No, come on, there's got to be something else. And what sucks is, the department store is going to get sued and she'll win and blah, 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 blah. But man, unless somebody was over there chucking them at her, which would be fucked up. Incoming! Oh, shit! We knocked out the old lady. Dang it, Carl! Oh, man. Speaking of bizarre, this has been kind of floating around for a while, and I decided to throw it in here. Will Smith, the shamed actor who slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars a few years back. Well, one of his former directors revealed in an interview that Will Smith farted so bad on the set of Men in Black that they had to halt production for 3 hours. 3 hours.
Sorry, I farted.
The fuck, Will? No. That's disgusting. That tells you need to change up your diet. I understand that Will Smith likes to eat healthy. I mean, he's a fit guy. He's always working out, like especially for different roles. He played Muhammad Ali once. He's played so many other roles where you need to be fit. So he's probably like a high protein diet. He's got some nasty ass gas. That's so disgusting. Oh, I don't even know what to say about that. Other than you got to go check out owlpipeid.com. You got to go there right now. I'm going to tell you how to get 30% off your order. You're welcome, guys. Rhea, you're welcome for that transition. Owl Pipe ID makes decals that are industrial quality and made for the trades at a lower price than you're going to find at the big online sticker retailers who are honestly selling you a lower quality sticker. Owl Pipe ID are in mechanical rooms throughout the city, helping plumbers identify what's flowing through the pipes, stuff you don't think about. They make promotional stickers for breweries, cannabis shops, retailers, and schools, as well as what I got here behind me on my water bottle. Uh, they also make laminated signage for equipment companies. And if you need wall signage for your reception area or shop, Owl Pipe ID can do that as well. The Owl Pipe ID shop is based right here in Inglewood, Colorado. All of their stickers are made on premium industrial vinyl with UV baked ink. That means they're going to be protected from sunlight for 7 years. I got one on the back of my car, put it on there last year, still hasn't faded. It's awesome. If you're still unsure, Rhea is going to work with you and send you some free samples of your logo or artwork. Go to owlpipeid.com right now, owlpipeid.com. Click on that big red button that says request a quote. Tell Rhea what your project is, and she's going to respond quickly. You can email her directly if you'd like at just go to sales@owlpipeid.com, sales@owlpipeid.com. Include in your email my exclusive promo code DAHUFF to get 30% off your first order worth $5,000 or less. That's so freaking cool. Check them out at owlpipeid.com. A speed eater got into the Guinness World Records of some of these things you guys do to your bodies just to get recognition in the Guinness Book of World Record is beyond me. I don't get it. And I see people, well, like even look like at the competitive eating. You do a lot of these things you're like, I'd feel so shameful of myself. Be like, I did it. I succeeded. But man, I can't look anybody in the eye right now. I know that it sounds bad to say, but I would just feel guilty. Like if I ate the other day when I went to Chipotle, I got a big ass burrito, right? It was delicious. I got a veggie burrito. That's just what I like. I don't get the fajita peppers on there though. I don't like those on there. But I ate it and I'm sitting there going, that was so delicious. I could eat another one. I didn't because I know, like, one, that's just too much food. And two, I just like, I'd feel so shameful. It would be enjoyable as far as the flavor goes, right? But I would feel so shameful of myself if I ate 2 fucking burritos. Plus, that stuff's got to come out. Let's be honest. That stuff's got to come out. And speaking of that, going back to the original conversation, a speed eater downed 2 pounds and 7 ounces of hot sauce in 3 freaking minutes. After the competition, this is what he had to say.
It burns, it burns, it burns, it burns. Oh, it burns.
It burns, it burns, it burns. Why would you do that to yourself? No. Now I'm curious of how hot that hot sauce was, because there's different levels of hot sauce. There's hot sauce you eat, and it's like, it's a little spicy, like Frank's Red Hot. It's good. It's very vinegary, but it's not hot, right? But then you get some other stuff like Melinda's or some other extreme stuff, and you're like, this is going to be bad when it comes out, type of thing, where it burns, it burns, it burns. So I'm curious of what kind of level was that, Scoville? Like, how hot was the hot sauce? Because there's a good chance it wasn't that hot. But if he did 2 pounds of burn your butthole type of hot sauce, that's impressive. But I also wonder, what's the damage that can do to you? If you're a doctor or a nurse, or just somebody that's smarter than me, so a lot of you, most of you, all of you, dang it, let me know, because there could be some potential side effects for that. I know that he's getting some clout. He's getting a big pat on the back. Nobody else cares. Like, they're like, you just broke a record. Congratulations. But there could be consequences, like health consequences for that. Like, you're going to burn a hole in your fucking stomach. You could, like, destroy your sphincter, okay? Yo, sure, now you're getting pats on the back now, but you're going to be wearing a diaper for the rest of your life. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Don't think so. Need to get some medicated wipes. That's all I'm saying. Whew, that's going to hurt. That going to hurt. I don't like it. Don't like it.
It burns, it burns, it burns, it burns. Oh, it burns.
I left a splash in there because that's Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they're going down the water slide at the water park, even though that slide was closed, but they poured a bottle of water down on the slide. They're like, that should be good. And Danny DeVito goes down there, and it just like rips his skin off of his back. But it sounds like it burns, it burns, it burns, and then like he drops a deuce in the toilet. You're welcome. You're welcome for me explaining that to you, which you probably already realized. This is bizarre, and of course it's happening in California. A piss bandit is about, right? Yeah, that's what you thought I was going to get into. Apparently, this piss bandit likes to go around leaving bottles of urine in high-end neighborhoods. That's a big why? Why would you do that?
What the fuck?
I don't understand. Then it's like that's one of those situations where if you caught somebody either urinating or defecating on your property, I mean, what's that like? What's that moment like? Think about that right now. You're going outside to, I don't know, drink some coffee on the front porch or the front step, whatever. Take a smell of the clean, fresh air, and then, somebody put a porta potty nearby? What the fuck is going on? Oh my God. There's some dude, pants to his ankles, dropping a deuce in your front yard. How do you react to that? What is that moment like for you? What rolls around in your head? Especially if you make eye contact. You're really, like my dog, I'll go out back when he's using the bathroom. I'll be like looking around. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, where's Jet at? Then I see him and then he's like looking at me, looking into my soul while he's pooping. If that was a human being, that would be very disturbing. Like I can live with it and deal with it since it's an animal. But if it's a human being, no. Because you're just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Why are you pooping in my lawn? Why are you pooping in anybody's lawn? This ain't the woods, right? This is a residential street. There's a Starbucks, like a quarter of a mile that direction. And you're outside pooping. That's disturbing to me. I don't understand people. I don't. Speaking of bizarre, this is funny, but I mean, come on. Talk about dumb. Officers seized a bag with definitely not a bag full of drugs printed on it. And guess what? It was full of drugs. God, people are dumb. I swear there's no drugs in there. Wink, wink. It's full of drugs, sir. Ah, shit. How'd you know? How'd you do it? Oh my God, you guys are good. Here's what's funny too. You know that they seize this bag. They pull the dude over and they're like looking at the bag. It says, definitely not a bag full of drugs. And they open it up and there's drugs in there. And they're like, sir, why'd you put drugs in here? What are you doing?
I didn't do fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Because you literally said, definitely not a bag full of drugs, and had that printed out. and put on this bag, and then you put drugs in it. Is that what happened?
I didn't do fucking shit.
I'm going to call bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit. Man, that would be hilarious to be a fly on the wall in that room and watch the police and TSA, everybody just sitting there going, it says it's a bag not full of drugs. What do you guys want to bet that there's drugs in here? Because wouldn't you, like, if you and I are working, we're working security, right? Good cop, bad cop, we switch off sometimes, okay? And we see this bag, you know that we're going to have that conversation. How much do you want to bet that there's drugs in here? Oh, they can't be that dumb, can they? Did you look at them? Shit. I'm going to say no drugs. Ooh, okay. I'm saying there is. Then they open it up. Like, oh, you owe me dinner. This guy's dumb as shit. Definitely not any drugs in here. Jesus, dude. What a fucking moron. Why would you do that? God, I hate people. It's the amount of dumb things that police officers must run into on a regular basis has got to be jaw-dropping. Stuff that we don't hear about on a regular basis. I should find some police officers and have them spill the beans, off the record. What's the dumbest criminal you've ever, encountered? Right? And I'm guessing drugs are going to be involved because they're going to be so high of their mind. Sir, could you get down off that elephant? What elephant? The one you just stole from the from the Renaissance Festival. What? This is a pony. Something dumb like that. And he's high as a kite. I know a couple police officers, and I gotta ask them off the record. And maybe they just tell me, we'll change up names and locations and stuff like that. But they gotta have some good ones. If you're a police officer or know somebody, send me an email with some of the dumbest shit that they've heard or you've heard. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. Same thing with doctors. It's like for a big stretch, I want to say last year, it was one of the common themes of people sticking stuff up their butt and then claiming they didn't do it. There was that old guy that fell on, it was like a old artillery shell. That's what it was. And he's like, oh, I was in the attic and I slipped and fell and it went right up my butt. Did it though? Unless you show up with ripped pants in the butt, nobody's going to believe that. Nobody's going to believe that. It's weird, sir, because this artillery shell is covered in lube. I told you guys that story about that lady, and she didn't. This random lady I met once when I was traveling, she was a nurse, and she said this lady came in with severe abdomen pains, and they did an exam on her, and they found what was causing the pain, the severe pain for this woman. And the lady denied it until she finally admitted it, which has got to be crazy. She had a rotisserie chicken shoved inside her vagina. So it's not like a turkey, but it's still a good size. That's like, some good space in there, okay? She has a wide vagina, apparently. And the ladies, she kept asking, like, why did you do this? And she's like, she wouldn't say. But it had been up there for a while because the tissue was rotting, and it was really difficult for them to get all that material out of her area. Isn't that gross? There was somebody that was telling me that they have a friend that's a doctor, and there was a guy that shoved a he said Noxzema bottle, and I thought that was like a square one, and I don't know if that's true. But he had like a bottle of shampoo stuck up his butt, and he had ended up having to go to the emergency room. It's like, don't stick things that I don't stick things in places they're not supposed to go. I guess if anything, if you're gonna do it, go to a sex shop and buy something that's at least designed for it, and then tie a string on the end in case it gets stuck up there. Then you can go boop, pop it out. What would that sound like? That's so gross. Oh. Well, hey guys, I'm sorry we started talking about sodomy. I don't know. I don't know. Jesus, so disgusting. Ah, there was a lot that had to do with the back end today, especially because that guy, eating all that hot sauce. You had Will Smith farting and clearing the set for so long. And yeah, the hot sauce one just drives me crazy. I don't understand that at all. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Sorry. I am who I am.
Right, as always.
Ken knows. Ken gets me. He's my boo. Okay? He is. He is. Sometimes we snuggle up. Then somebody else might come up on us and just start judging us. Yeah, you over there, okay? You're always judging us.
I didn't do fucking shit.
Horse baloney. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the show. Really appreciate it. When you get a second, you need to do this. You can do it right now. owlpipeid.com. Use that promo code DeHuff in the email to Rhea to get 30% off. And if you got a company, maybe you need some promotional stuff. You just need to look at their stuff and then, browse, see what they got going on. There's a lot of cool stuff, not just for plumbers, but if you're in that industry, you might want that to check them out too. But it's really neat. You got to check them out. I got some die cast and kiss cut. Yeah, I learned some lingo when it comes to stickers. I got a couple of those types of stickers, and I've been putting them on my water bottles and stuff, and it's just a cool thing. And these things last. They're freaking legit. It's awesome. But you got to check them out. Again, owlpipeid.com. Click on that big red request a quote promo. Make sure you use DeHuff in the email to Rhea, and then you can get 30% off if you decide to go with them off orders up to $5,000. Pretty cool. Also, check out Bet Online. Go to betonline.ag. It's DeHuff Uncensored. You guys are amazing. Have a fantastic day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.